I'm over here in the hospital, y'all, finna give birth to his child, and he over here questioning me, talking about, is this really his baby? Like, what are you talking about? Do you really think I'm sitting here have you up here at the hospital and everything with me just for nothing? Are you serious right now? What kind of baby dad does that right when we finna have this baby? Like, are you serious? You really gonna sit here and question the baby talking about, oh, can you get DNA test? No, you're not getting no DNA test after this. I'm not doing that. This is your child. If you don't believe it's your child, then you could go ahead and go. I don't need you up here. Because all you're doing is stressing me out.
We're finna find out.
Yeah, we are finna find out. And that's so weird for you to even be saying that, though. Why would you even say that?
We finna find out.
You don't never want to claim your kids. Why you never claiming your kids?
We finna find out.
Like, I don't be doing none of that cheating stuff or none of that. What are you doing? Bro, like, I'm sick of that. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro, because I'm not getting no DNA test. So if he don't think it's his child, he just won't have a child. We don't really need you.
Yo, the fact that she's mad and she's talking like that makes it look like you're hiding something. You're acting suspicious. Because if she was not worried about the results, she would gladly support his decision. Listen, after hearing her talk like this, my friend, that DNA test is an absolute must. And I think that DNA test should be mandated by law right after birth. It's the only way to assure paternity in this 3 or 4-flation.
God damn! Jesus Christ, I didn't realize how good you looked like on my bigger screen. I'm so sorry. Like I just genuinely didn't expect this. Oh my God.
How old are you?
How old am I? I turned 19 in March.
I'm about to be 10 years older than you, baby.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Men do not take accountability, ever. Anytime a girl says anything to a guy like, hey, I think men should do something different, they're like, oh, you just date the wrong men. Is this a global problem? Yeah. Like, if women are all having a collective experience and saying the same things about men who also don't go to therapy, it's always men that anytime I say an issue that women have, they always turn it back on themselves. Yeah.
What is the thing we need to take accountability for that we're not taking accountability for?
I think men have a tendency to... I think men and Rolo.
For example?
Hold on.
You're gonna go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you.
That is not your girl. You know damn well she's not going to sleep. Matter of fact, she just went out. Matter of fact, she's texting somebody else right now.
No, she's a good girl.
That is not your girl.
She's different.
That's not your girl.
She's different.
Y'all don't deal with women and how they nag because y'all like men, but it is exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting dealing with a woman who's highly neurotic, highly disagreeable. Everything bothers her. Nothing is ever good enough. She has a problem with every minuscule thing that pops up, and then she just exaggerates problems and issues to the point to where the only thing you want to do is get away from her. And that is a very real thing that a lot of men experience. I've dealt with it, and as I said, it's not intuitive when you deal with a woman after you've dealt with a woman like that and you move on to another woman. It's just heuristics. You already know, I've seen this before, I've seen this story before. This woman is going to be a headache, and that's essentially what we try to get away from. These women are migraines, and they create a lot of issues over the simplest things. You can't even communicate effectively with them because they're not willing to listen, they're not willing to understand, and they don't see the flaws in the things that they do wrong, especially when it comes to how they project.
A man is speaking absolute facts. No man wants a woman that will nag and start arguments all of the time. It becomes draining and annoying to the point that you just want to keep your peace of mind. You don't want to stay with that person anymore. You just want to keep your peace of mind.
So you deadass didn't post me on Valentine's Day?
How come you not start with this? We were doing so well.
What?
No, I didn't post you. You're not my girl.
Yes,
You're not my girl. How are you gonna tell me that you're my girl?
We spent Valentine's Day together, so obviously you like me. So
No, that's not what that means. It means that you were the first person to ask me.
So you're talking to other girls?
100%.
That's fucking crazy. Like,
how is that crazy? How am I a narcissist? How am I a narcissist for us not being in a relationship and talking to other girls?
Because all you do is use me.
I'm not using you.
Yes,
You asked me to hang out, and you were the first person, so I said yes. It's that simple.
So if you had other girls, why wouldn't you just fucking hit them up then?
It was kind of like a first come, first serve kind of thing.
You're a toxic ass motherfucking bitch. Like, that's so fucking crazy. Like, why would you say that shit to me? You're so fucking rude. Like, you're actually rude as fuck. Like, fucking weirdo. Like, so don't fucking hang out with me and don't fucking tell me what to fucking do. Like, it's fucking weird.
Get out.
No, I'm not getting out. Like, you treat me wrong, you want me to get out? Like, it's fucking crazy.
I'm looking for the hoes.
Where they at?
Where they at?
Where they at?
Where they at?
I'm looking for the hoes.
Hey, where they at? Where they at?
Why are you worried about where the fuck they at though?
Huh?
Why are you worried about where they're at?
Just so I don't go where they're at. Yeah, I just stay where I'm at and just not be where they're at.
Okay, period.
Minimum height.
6 feet.
Yeah, that's where they get you. Would you exclude obesity?
Absolutely.
Minimum income. So
I'm gonna say at least 200.
200 grand?
You could be 30 years
Oh
old and
my
make
goodness. Take a guess at what percentage of men fit this criteria. 2%? Much lower. It's 0.049%. Cool.
All right, is this going on the TV?
I just got one question. Why don't you go and make that 200k yourself? If it is a requirement that you want in a man, why wouldn't you go and make that money yourself? Feminism. Yeah. I'm rooting for you.
I can't believe she didn't even hit her face when she fell on the ground. Her body protected her.
You have to be emotionally intelligent as a man to know that this is a woman. And yes, she is soft and submissive, and what comes with soft and submission is emotion.
Okay, so let's talk about that emotionally intelligent word, and hopefully I won't get cut off. So you're saying that I need to be emotionally intelligent enough to deal with you.
Absolutely.
But you don't need to be emotionally intelligent enough to control yourself. See how that sounds? Excuse me, ma'am. See how that sounds?
You taking
See how weird that is? I have to be emotionally intelligent enough to deal with this chick, but she's not emotionally intelligent enough to deal with herself, to control herself, to keep her emotions in check. I told y'all she was going to try to cut me off, but it's okay. I'm talking to you guys at home. So the fact of the matter is that this woman can't control herself. I, in turn, who is not a clinical physician, psychiatrist, psychologist, am supposed to have to deal with her shit because she can't get her stuff together. So the next time that I want to sit there and shoot somebody, she needs to be emotionally intelligent enough to get the gun out my hand.
If you do certain things and behave a certain way in accordance to your wife.
I have a 5-year-old daughter, and in kindergarten, they give them these little balls. They're called stress balls, and they're called pop-its. You know, maybe you should take some notes from them. Because whenever my 5-year-old used to do that ball
Ladies, stay away from Nietzsche. From all...
Men, here's how you keep women around. Number 1, don't be average or boring. Okay, check. Be masculine, check. Be competent, check. Be desired by other women, yeah. Have men admire you, okay. Make serious bank, check. Be interesting, check. Have an impressive network because your net worth really is your network. And 10, properly her well. I can see that, but my comment is, seems like a lot of work, right? Or is it just me? I don't know. Maybe as I get older, I don't want to work that hard. Like the Billy Joel song says, I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. But I totally get it.
Fellas, I agree with him, but you should be doing these things for yourself to live comfortably. Build that life for yourself first, and the woman will almost certainly show up, and then you can choose what you want to do. That's the beauty of becoming the best version of yourself.
Make me laugh to prove girls are funny, and I'll give you $100.
No, but like women are funny. We don't have to prove anything.
Yeah, but to win $100.
He just wants you to like. We don't have to prove anything to a male.
He's just trying to say like, if women are so funny, like, oh, just try and make me laugh.
Yeah, just like to win $100.
I don't have to prove anything to you.
Why are you adding defensive? He's just asking you a fucking question.
It's like I just.
See, who says a shrimp size couldn't fill your mouth?
I told you not to step out of the shower naked in front of my cat. Turn this off? No, you're going to your own home if you keep traumatizing my cat.
I don't have
Look at him. Look at him. He is traumatized.
Ladies, the best way to make a man love you is to do the following things. Number 1, always pick fights with him so that you can both be upset together. Number 2, always get mad at him whenever he offers practical solutions to the problems you complain about. Number 3, punish him whenever he doesn't read your mind and doesn't do things that you never asked him to do. Number 4, constantly mock him for doing things all men do. And number 5, tell him you want him to be decisive, but then resist every decision he makes. Okay, I hope you had a good laugh, because now I'm gonna give you the actual list for how to make a man love you. This list has one item on it. Are you ready? Show him respect. Literally all men want is respect. That is number one on their list by a long way. And now we have not only a generation of women who don't understand how to show men respect, but also a generation of men who have no idea how to command it. And the few men that do know how to command it are labeled toxic and controlling. If men are taught how to treat women, there is no excuse for why we don't teach women how to treat men.
Yeah, she got me in the first half because I was gonna say, don't forget to stay in touch with your ex as well, because we love that. And remember to always compete with him on everything, because we find that so attractive in a woman.
No, I just don't want to be dependent. I don't want to like.
You don't want to be
move
dependent.
an
So
area.
right, exactly. You don't want to be dependent. So why get married?
Why get married?
Yeah, I could be independent. I could live on my own. I could hire a maid. I could hire a cook. I could just whatever, you know. I don't want to be independent. I want to be dependent on my wife. I love my wife. I want to make a vow that I'm going to stay with my wife forever and have a nice big family. And I don't want to be separated at all. I want to. If I didn't want to do that, if I wanted to just be on my own but have someone to mitigate the loneliness and occasionally sleep with, why get married at all?
Why do girls actually like toxic relationships?
This guy's not as angry as he should be. When girls want you to be toxic, you cannot respond like this. You have to respond with positive toxicity. Let me explain. So on zones, I split women's needs up into good guy stuff and bad boy stuff. This guy is giving her only good guy stuff. And if you do that, she's not going to get excited. This is where all the X's are. So if you're only nice to girls, then this is their reaction. And if you are a little devilish, then this is their reaction. Now, being a bad boy doesn't mean being bad. It means being cool. It means doing badass things. In Game of Thrones, there's this one scene where the dragon princess is with the desert people or whatever, and they're having a big rowdy party, and there's one desert girl who I think is not wearing very much, and then there's a desert guy, and he goes, I like this, and so I am going to take it. And then there's another desert guy who goes, hang on a second, I would like to have this girl, so now I'm going to stop you. And then one of them cuts the other one open and he dies. So what does the desert girl think about this? Is she horrified? No, she goes, that was awesome. You can totally have me now. I also went over this with lions. When one male lion challenges another, the female lions just sit there and watch, just like, who's it gonna be? They are probably enjoying watching these guys face off. And then they like the one who is stronger, the winner. So when you get a girlfriend and you only do nice things in front of her, she gets bored. You have to do manly things to trigger her this stuff. And you have to do it without cutting anyone's guts out. So it's unfortunate that we call these things toxic. They're not toxic. They're healthy. You don't have to be bad to make her excited, but you do have to make her excited. So you're only doing these good guy things, and then you're wondering why she doesn't feel this way. We have a harder task than previous generations of men. Women from previous times used to just feel like, well, he's nice and that's all I need, but today's women need to feel excitement. You can't just go out and do things like this, but it does help to make her feel like you would if you had to. There's a whole big list of things to do here to make her feel like you're fighting for her. Be powerful, exhibit leadership. If you go out and someone looks at her, make sure she knows she's yours. You don't have to do anything bad, but she should feel like you are fighting for her and winning. You cannot just stay at home and watch movies and go, wasn't that nice? It does not work that way.
Oh my God. No. I didn't want a really nice guy when I was 24, right? And so I ended things. I went back on the scene. I mean, things worked out. I got married, got a baby. But relatively speaking, if things didn't work out, and I said to myself, you know what? I do want a nice guy. I do want someone who's stable. I do want someone who's loving. Now that I'm older, I'm more reflective. I know you don't believe in older, but right. I'm older. I'm more reflective, right? I could say I've now changed my mind and I want to reconsider this. Now, whether or not he wants to give me a second chance, I would say he'd be dumb for doing so. But for me to go back, because I was the one who left, he was a good person. What I wanted has now changed.
Well, what if he wanted change too?
And now he don't want me?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't be happening.
So she's basically saying that after she got ran through, she want to settle down now. No, it does not work like that. Stay back in the same scene that you were in before. the streets. And let's be clear about something right here. Women don't get older and more reflective, and that same wall pushes them out of the game.
What would you rate him on a scale of 1 to 10?
With that big ass cowboy, it's a 0.
Oh, you got a big ass head too?
What?
You got a big head?
I do. It's pretty as fuck.
Who lied to you?
Nobody. Are you trying to roast? George Lopez? Are you trying to roast?
Yeah.
Felipe? You trying to roast?
Yeah.
You're not even in my tax bracket. I gotta just let it go.
Exactly. I'm way out of your league.
How? Where?
Look at me.
You shorter than me.
That don't mean nothing.
You way less than me.
That don't mean nothing.
Your drip ain't dripping.
I look
How
organic.
much money you make?
Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
You're taking the L.
My name is Lonnie. For a lot of pussy and a lot of games.
All these women that talk about city girl getting flued out, bad bees, where are their husbands? Why are they not happy? Why are they still having to wear thongs and be in the street and be the most? They're fooling you. They all want relationship. They talking about we don't need no man, but all of them want a man. They all or either have a man. Look at all the city girls, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B. They talk about being single and they don't give a about men. All of them are trying to be wives, and they're all bunned up with a man. These women are doing the opposite. They don't care if you win. Yeah. The city girl, BBL,
so tired,
flued out, and I'm a bad B. We are tired. We tired, sis.
Farming needs to stop. That's the single biggest driver of climate change.
So I guess we just spoke.
Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
How much does a man have to make to date you?
How much does you have to what?
Make to date you.
How much he has to make? I mean, first of all, he gotta be rich as fuck like Elon Musk. Like
how much?
Like Elon Musk.
You think a guy who's rich like Elon Musk is going for you though?
Elon Musk would eat this pussy all night. You know, 80 years old or 8 years old, he wanna eat this pussy. It's like that.
What makes you think he'd be interested in you?
What makes you think you'd be interested in me? I mean, first of all, I'm so sexy. You know, like, I'm very natural. Like, I ain't no, like, you know, hood bitch. Ain't no street bitch. Ain't no airplane bitch. Ain't no one-of-kind bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like that.
So what kind of girl are you then?
What kind of girl am I? Like, yeah. I'm super fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so adventurous. I'm just kidding. I'm really just a bad bitch. I don't give a fuck about nobody. Okay. I don't give a fuck.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", but I can be taller, you know, if I stretch this pussy tall enough. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro, that threw me off when she said 8-year-old. What is she even saying, bro? I did not understand the one thing she said. In fact, I lost brain cells listening to her speak. I've never seen someone with this kind of delusional state. Fatherless behavior.
My #1 tip for any woman dating right now.
Anyone want to wager a guess what this advice is going to be about? Somehow guessing by the caption that it's going to be about money.
Is to make him pay for everything.
Ooh, it's fun to be right. Now let's see why they think the guy should pay for everything.
If he doesn't pay for you, he will not feel as invested in you because he's put literally actual no investment in you.
So dating is a form of investment now. There's something to be said for transactional relationships, isn't there?
So make him pay for everything. Good luck.
Well, that's all well and good. But what exactly is the guy getting in return for this investment? As apparently that's what relationships are now. A guy being fully invested by paying for everything. But yet, what's the return on that investment? Because, after all, just because he pays for everything, that's no guarantee that the woman is even going to stay in the relationship or even remain remotely interested, and could in fact be entertaining other men as well that are also paying for everything. So what exactly is the benefit that the guy is getting out of all of this, I wonder?
My boyfriend's Arab. I'm trying to learn Arabic, but he only teaches me the swear words. Boyfriend's Arab. Of course we're gonna show up to the airport 3 hours early now. Boyfriend's Arab. He told me he cooks me chicken. Turns out it was a pigeon. Boyfriend's Arab. Of course my vacuum is gonna get messed up from all the lib on the floor. Boyfriend's Arab. His name's Mustafa, so of course my family's just gonna call him Mo. Boyfriend's Arab. That's why you never see me post him on my social media. Boyfriend's Arab. No, he's not controlling. Boyfriend's Arab, so I haven't had bacon in 4 years.
Body count does not matter.
because I have over 100 bodies.
20 years old, right?
Yes.
Feel like saying, yeah, money doesn't matter because I'm poor. Yeah, looks don't matter because I'm ugly. She's only 20, 100 bodies. If you started at age 18, you'd have to have a different partner every single week to have 100 bodies in 2 years. Could you be with someone with over 100 bodies?
Yeah, of course someone with a high body count like that would say that body count doesn't matter. Listen fellas, any woman that says this shit that body count doesn't matter, just know that she's for the streets.
Gave my heart to her, and I'm good. Look at them lips. They were made for me to kiss. Made for me to marry. I'd love to make a deposit for you. Look at you. You a little wholesome. That's my little wholesome princess right there.
Guys, I've had a long day.
You know, you better have another long night.
This one is crazy.
I'll tell you why he's single. He's single because his ex never valued clear communication without the use of games or using his vulnerabilities against him. Trust became an issue because he was lied to and disrespected. He was made to feel like anything that he did would never be good enough because what he did do was never appreciated. And not only was it not appreciated, it was criticized far too often. And at the time, yeah, he thought that he could change a few things to make her happy. But then he found out pretty quickly that she was never going to be happy. Him giving in just became a habit because she wanted to control him rather than love him for who he was. Him prioritizing her and doing things for her time and time again became a one-way street. His peace was constantly sacrificed without any kind of reciprocation. So let's be clear, he's not single because something's wrong with him. He's single because he thought he loved and cared for a woman that didn't really love him for who he was. She was just using him.
Hey, why do all men do this? They could have like the most amazing weekend. I mean, they can meet the president of the United States. They can get a brand new car. They can be on their dream vacation. And then you go to their Instagram and it's like, one picture of him and his dog. Like, what? Like, are you hiding something or you just don't want people to know what you're doing? Someone please explain this to me.
We just don't beg for attention the same as women do on social media. There's no point. Unless it's making us a lot of money, then we're making that back. But most men, they don't need validation from other people to feel good. They're comfortable in their own skin. And personally, I like to enjoy the moment as well.
Body count.
Hey Mom, why do you whenever you touch the food, how come you don't get burned even though it's boiling?
Because moms know how to do it. Moms can touch it. Kids cannot. Want to see?
Yeah. I'll try.
Let's see. Try.
Yeah, men are doing that because they would be labeled as creeps. We should consider starting an all-men's gym or just work out at home, because these attention-seeking gym influencers will do anything for likes and views.
Now there's two types of people that watch this video, okay? The first group thought, what does bananas have to do with anything? Why would I be smelling bananas? And then the second group of people were like me. Why would you be beekeeping without the suit? It's kind of a requirement, don't you think? You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to explain. So apparently when you get stung by a bee, they let off this pheromone. I don't know if that's the right term to use, but they let off this scent that lets all the other bees know that they should come sting you too. So basically, it's like a tactical insertion for bees. You know what I mean? They finna come get on you. So the best thing for you to do is not be smelling like a monkey snack, because that's banana.
Let the brake hit the white line up there. Keep going.
Stop right
going.
there.
Keep going. Right there.
Why are you trying? You're not gonna die.
3 seconds before some people run their mouth. So it's gonna turn green now. Look, go.
One time I was talking to this guy and I was having a mental breakdown and I was telling him about my mental health, like, you know, very personal things. And then he just told me to lock in. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
What? What does that mean? He basically gave you the recipe and you denied it. You refused to cook. Sometimes you just gotta lock in. That's it.